and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Well, it's rather panned out to be a tepid day of trade after 7 days of positive moves on the D Street. We are seeing about an 85 point of a dip on the Nifty, 24,242. It's been a choppy session at large, but a very range-bound trade at that as well. Among the sectors that are still holding up despite all this volatility and choppiness, you see Pharma, metals and PSU banks still holding up, but rest of the sectors have all dipped in trade. The Nifty bank is also lower in trade. We can see the private banks, financial services slip. We have the IT stocks down by 0.5%. Realty now down 1.5%. It's the top loser right now. FMCG. But what's holding up among the Nifty movers on the stocks? You have IndusInd Bank, Grasim, Ultratech Cement, Tata Motors and Tata Consumer Products as among the stocks that are holding up. On the weaker side, the top 5 laggards remain HUL. Remember, after the earnings have come in, Bharti Airtel, Eicher Motors, ICICI Bank and Eternal also slightly slipping in trade. Along with this, it's even ONGC. On the FNO pack, you have Dalmia Bharat that's been holding up right from the morning trade, and that's after the earnings. Divis Laboratories technically has been actually catapulting higher. You can also see Tata Elixir and Irida as well. That's somehow showing us some positive signs today. Let's welcome on board our guest on the show to help us understand what's next for the market. Swati Hotkar joins in. She's the AVP of Technical Research at Nirmal Bang. Warm welcome to you, Swati, and thank you so much for taking the time out. I wanted to just get a sense from you on the overall markets first. After 7 days of a run-up, today there's a pause. It's also the FNO expiry. What exactly do you expect?
First of all, good afternoon, Sakshi. Definitely, we have seen a very strong rally on the Nifty as well as on the basically on the bank Nifty sides. And after such kind of a still rally, one cannot be denied. We cannot be denied the profit bookings at the higher levels. Bank Nifty has almost was trading at all-time high levels, but the Nifty was not able to show its performance compared if we do the comparative analysis with the Bank Nifty. But I believe the overall trend will remain intact as long as Nifty sustains about 24,000 psychological mark, and the main support will be lies at 23,400. As long as it maintains start support levels, the overall trend will remain intact on the higher sides. Any move above 24,400 levels, we believe that this rally is likely to be extended towards to 25,000, 25,400 levels here onwards. This kind, we will not witness some sort of a smooth rally on a one side rally on the higher side, but definitely in the patterns of the high top side bottom formations, the rally is likely to be continued on the northward directions. On the bank nifty front, Sakshi, we have already seen a very good amount of a rally. So if we witness some sort of a profit bookings at the higher levels, we should not be surprised. Definitely on a downside, it has a very crucial support at around 55,000 psychological mark. If it's break that level, 54,000 levels can be tested. Means almost 1,200 points correction we might see in the near term futures. But that deeps should be utilized as an opportunity to build up the large buy positions on every deeps as such. So the overall setup on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty is definitely positive. We are witnessing a sectorial rotation into the markets, very stock specific rally also from the mid cap counters we are witnessing. So I believe that definitely market is likely to continue its rally on the higher side. And if you're getting any dips, one should be grab that opportunity to take a quality counters into their portfolio.
Absolutely. So that's the overall view on the markets, both the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, the way they are expected to move from here. Let's focus on a bit of moving parts today. Pharma index is actually pulling up after a long haul, Swati, now 1% higher. Divis Laboratories is definitely leading that move, but a whole host of other stocks that are also positive. Say Cipla is also positive in trade. That's among the top movers on the Nifty too. We can also see Natco Pharma after a long haul, 7.5% higher. Remember, this used to be one of the favorites of the recent past. Then you also have Divi's Labs, Ajanta Pharma, Mankind also, that's also buzzing in trade. What are you spotting in the pharma story? Do you think you'll like to carry on and participate in this move?
Sure, whatever the stocks you have rightly mentioned out, my mainly bullish view is on the Cipla because in the another counters such as the DB Slab or the Dr. Reddy, if you talk about, or the another counters, those have already shown a very strong pullback rally. The Cipla was not had participated in such kind of a rally. I believe if you look towards the weekly chart, it was under the consolidation phase, and now it has on the verge of giving that the breakout of the consolidation phase. The volumes are as of now concerned here, but over a period of time, along with the price, I believe that the volume is likely to be seen on the higher side. As of now, it is in consolidation phase. I'm preempting the breakout in the SIPLA. No wonder today it also doing very well on the daily chart. It's almost has formed the flag pattern and given the breakout of the same levels. Upside rally, I'm expecting at least towards to 1640 and beyond that level, 1670 levels can be seen. So if you're looking for any fresh long positions into the pharma packs, one should have a SIPLA into their portfolio. Downside, it has a very good support at around 1500 level. So by keeping that support level as a stop loss, you can definitely create a long positions at a current market price for a target of 1670 to 1700 levels on the high side.
Okay, fair point. Let's also look at some of the other spaces that are buzzing. I think the metal space is also getting us some kind of a move right now. We only have just a far and few between names that are among the sectors that are holding up. It's absolutely flat with the positive bias on metals, and pharma is the only one that's been holding up over 1%. Media stocks and small caps, the only other pockets that are in the green. Metal space for you, Swati, how are you approaching this one?
Yeah, I'm not much bullish on this particular pack because they're already just trying to pull up their rally on the higher side, but somehow it's facing a very strong resistance of the short-term moving averages, say the 50 or the 20 days moving average. So the overall the trend has not yet changed. We are witnessing a selling pressures on every resistance levels. But if you're looking for a particular metal caps for the investment purpose, I will opt for the Tata Steel. This particular counter is a Nifty based counter, and if it shows a good performance on the metal sectors, this particular stock will likely to participate in a bull rally. So definitely one should take a long positions, but not the full fledged long positions at the current market price. But in order to not to miss out the this pullback rally, at least 20-30% can be accumulated. And if you're getting any dips towards to 120 and so levels, one can add on. So if we do the comparative analysis between the other metal sector pack, Tata still looks promising for the long term.
Okay, fair point. How about IndusInd Bank, the top mover in trade today? It's trading at around 820 odd levels. Remember, this is not just a pure play banking name, but also something that has been seeing a lot of volatility of late. Fraud issues came up. Management's highlighted, the kind of impact there could be. After the assessment, it's slightly better off than the worse, expectations that the management themselves had. And thereafter, we have seen the stock has started to move a bit. What would you foresee on IndusInd Bank right now? Is it still giving you the confidence to take an entry at these levels, or still should be one cautious?
Sakshi, purely on the technical basis, one should definitely remain a cautious in this particular bank at the current market price. So no wonder we have seen almost 200 to 20 points bounce back rally from the lower levels of almost 600 levels. But I believe that this rally is likely to be a very short-lived. It will reach up to at least 900 and so levels, means more 100 points we can witness. But I don't have that much of a confidence to take a long positions at the in this particular bank, and one should invest there hardcore money in this particular stocks. If you're looking for the banking counters only, you can go for the HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, SSA Bank, or the SBI. Those are the quality counters, and whenever the bank Nifty will show the performance, these four counters will likely to contribute at their highest levels to achieve the good amount of the profits. So for the IndusInd Bank, I will suggest to avoid this particular counter at the current market price.
Fair point. We'll definitely keep an eye out on the banking space at large as well. Today, there's a lot of move on the cement space as well. Swati, after a long haul, we are seeing Ultratech, Grasim, Dalmia Bharat, Saurashtra Cement, mid cap and large cap, both cement names are actually buzzing in trade after a long haul. Any move here that you would like to probably catch on to?
Sure. From the cement bank, one of my favorite counter is the ACC. This is the one on counter which has given a very strong rally in the past previous few years back. No wonder 2024 was not a good year for this particular stocks. But whatever the rally we have seen in 2023 to 24, we have already seen the correction into this particular stock. The stock has already retraced 100% of its previous rally. So the price correction has already done. Now it's a matter of a time correction. The stock will consolidate in the range of a 2200 or say the 2000 levels. In that levels, we are likely to witness a correction. There onwards, we will see the reversals. If purely look towards on the technical formation, such as the harmonic formation, the stock has already completed its harmonic pattern and it's on the verge of the reversal of this particular. Any dips towards to 1950, 1900 levels, one can definitely go for the long position into the ACC. I believe it has a strong potential to reach up to 2200, 2300 in a short period of time.
Okay, got that. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that too. Among the top movers, I also wanted to focus on Tata Motors today. 688, 667, 669 odd levels, 1.7% higher in trade. We have seen how it has tested the patience in the recent past of investors who've been holding on, Tata Motors in four digits and, at the peak, absolutely. From that time, the stock has really corrected quite a bit. There are some bounces that you are seeing, at least in this last 1 week, it's moved up about 8 odd percent. What's the sense that you have? Is the worst behind on Tata Motors? Can one start to accumulate this at these levels?
Sakshi, frankly speaking, for a longer term horizon, definitely looking towards the price correction, we can go for a long positions. But
Okay.
looking for a short term period of time as such, I will not suggest to go for a long at the current market price, because on every rise we are witnessing a selling pressure. And if you look towards the from the last one and a half year, the counter is trading in the formation of the low top, low bottom formations. It's a downward channel as well. It's not giving the breakout of the previous swings high, which is the really concern point on the technical front. So I will not suggest to go for a long position at the current market price, even for the short period of time, because already we have seen 150 points up more rally from the previous lows as such. Wait for some period of time, let the counter shows the very strong sign of the reversals on the larger degree of charts, such as the weekly or the monthly chart. Still, those kind of charts are showing a negative signs only. If you're looking for a longer term horizon, 5 to 10 years ka period or minimum 3 years period, then any dips towards to 600, 500 level, in that level you can start accumulating the counter at least 10, 10, 20, 20%, but not at the current levels. So I will try to wait in this particular counter to show the strong sign of the reversal. Then we can talk about the longer view for a buy purpose.
Okay. Let's look at the Nifty 500 names now. Some stellar moves can be seen on this one. MMTC, for instance, it's up 11% in trade today. Very strong move on this one. You have Newgen Software also buzzing about 10% higher in trade. That's another one that's seeing a strong surge. Among the top movers in Nifty 500, you also have Whirlpool India. After a long haul, 11 odd percent of a move. Sonata Software. Of course, the mid cap IT names are also rallying since yesterday. We've been seeing some move across the space. Natco Pharma we marked. Triveni Engineering and Thermax. These are the other top movers in the Nifty 500 basket. Let's ask Swati if you like any names here, Swati, that you'd like to carry on the focus on.
Yes, definitely. In the mid cap, very selected counters are showing a very strong performance. And from the IT pack, I believe the IT educational sectors, those are really done very well in the last 2 days, such as the NIT Limited or the Aptech. Those counters showing a very strong performance from the last 2 days. And whatever the reversal we are witnessing, along with the price, there is a strong volume accumulation is also going on. So I believe that those two counters one should definitely keep into the radar. And in the upcheck, particular counter, I'm looking for a target of at least 180 to 200 levels on the higher side. Sonato software it also really looks very good, but today the only concern is that it had touched the feet of the 50 days moving average, and again we have witnessed some sort of a profit bookings. So if you're getting any dips towards to 330 and so level, one can go for a long positions, not at the current market price. I believe that one should wait for every on deeps towards to 330 or 320 levels, one can go for a long positions.
Okay, fair point. We'll definitely keep that in focus as well. Among those stocks which are at 52-week highs, today you have Divi's Laboratories, which we marked out for you, now trading at 6205. You have JK Cement also at 3.8% higher among those which are hitting 52-week highs. Ultratech Cement we've marked out 12,164. SBI Cards is also another one that's at a 52-week high. You have BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, also at a 52-week high. Naveen Fluorine is another one that's also at a 52-week high today. Let's talk about BSE and the capital markets related stocks. You know, we've been seeing some momentum come back on CDSL, Fintech, 361 WAM, Angel One, now even BSE. Any of your favorite stocks, Swati, even at the current levels after the recent recovery has taken place, where would you place fresh bets in this space?
Fresh bets, if you are looking for onwards, BSC will be the very strong contender at
Okay.
the current market price. The stock has given a very strong breakout of the inverse head and shoulders on the monthly, weekly charts, which is a very strong indications. And I believe it has a strong potential to reach up to 7,000 levels also. Don't accumulate the full-fledged quantity at the CMP, but definitely one can go for at least 20-30% at the current market price. If you're getting any dips towards 255, 5600, one can go for a buy on deep strategy should be implied into the BSC. And another interesting formation is on Angel One. Is this is also counter looks good. It's on the verge of the breakout. Also, the interesting fact that it has given the breakout of a downward sloping trend line and the purely on the line charts. So slowly and steadily, we are likely to witness some positive momentum into this particular counter. So at the current market price also, one can wait for some period of a time. 2400, 2450 are the good levels to take a long position into the Angel One, but not at the current market price.
Okay, fair point. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that as well. Apart from this, let's also focus on the spaces which are actually declining. FMCG stocks that are correcting today, HUL, Nestle, you have a whole host of stocks that are down. Remember, HUL's weak margin guidance has led to the stock slipping about 4% despite inline numbers, but it's the guidance that has really pulled down the stock. Nestle also is weak today. FMCG as a whole basket of stocks, today the index level is down by about 1 odd percent. So let's understand from Swati what to do here. Even Varun Beverages, Britannia, United Spirits, Radico, Marico, Imami, they're all losing ground today. Any stocks that one should take the benefit of buying on dip, or do you think there is some troubles that could come in for the entire sector since the largest players are already reporting a weak margin guidance? So do you think something has to be seen and read between the lines here?
See, there are the two counters where you can utilize this opportunity of any sell-off coming or the profit bookings. One is the Nestle India. This particular stock has very strongly well placed above its 200-day moving average. No wonder today. Now at the current market price, also the counter is almost in a positive territory. If you're getting any dips towards 223, 2400 or 2380 levels, one can go for a long positions because from the last few trading sessions, it's very strongly placed about 200 DMA trading in the formations of higher upside bottom. The upside target I'm looking for at least 2600, 2640. So one can go for a long positions. In the United Spirits, yes, definitely. This is the counter on the weekly chart has given the formations of the symmetrical triangle formation and gave the breakout and shown a very strong rally in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I believe if you're getting any correction towards to 1500 and so levels, one should grab that opportunity to build up a long positions. Upside, we are quoting for a target of at least 1670 to 1680 levels on the higher side. So these are the two counters. One should keep an eye on it, and if you're getting any dips on the mentioned level, should grab that opportunity to take a build long position.
Okay, we'll definitely keep in eye out on that as well. Let's look at how some of the other aspects are buzzing in trade. We are at 3:18. 2 minutes from now, we will take the BTST trades from Swati. But let me just pull up a few names that we can spot to take a view from. Swati on. Okay, among the weaker stocks, we also have Eternal, Zomato, which has been on an upward recovery. Today, there is a slight dip, about 1.5% odd. Let's understand from Swati the technical charts now, because 202 odd levels was something that we saw about 1.5 months ago, and the stock has recovered from those levels as well. How would you really look at Zomato at 236?
The stock is really doing very well from the last few trading sessions. We have seen a very strong rally from onwards 198 to 200 levels or 240 levels, Sakshi. No wonder profit bookings can be seen at the higher levels. Even the market is now going to triggered some sort of a selling pressures on the higher level. So one cannot be denied the profit bookings at the higher level, but this counter is definitely looking good on the larger degree, say the weekly or the monthly charts. If you're looking for any fresh long positions, wait for some period of time. Any dips towards to 220 levels, one can go for a long position into the eternal or so-called the Zomato.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped all our viewers to get a sense of how do I move forward. 320, let's take BTST trades from Swati on the expiry session. Where would you place your bets, Swati?
I would like to give a two calls. First one is the Balrampur chili. Sugar packs are really doing very well in the last few trading session, and probably next week or say in 1 to 2 days, we are likely to witness a strong momentum into the sugar pack. Balrampur chili is already started showing a sign of a bullishness. Currently, the counter is trading at 600 and so level. Weekly chart, the counter has given the cup and handle formation, and very strong momentum rallies likely to be witnessed along with the price volumes. Upside target, I'm looking for at least 630 to 640 levels. Currently, the counter is trading at 600. Keeping a strict stop loss of a 580, one can go for a long position. Another interesting counter is the ICCI Lombard. This particular stock is well placed above its all the important moving averages, say 50, 100, and 200 DMA. Very well placed in the pattern of the high top side bottom formation. So positive momentum is likely to be seen into the ICCI Lombard. Currently, the counter is trading at 1870, 875 levels. Keeping the strict stop loss of 1850 on a downside, we are looking for a target of 1980 to 2000 levels.
Okay, we'll definitely focus on the stocks that Swati has shared with us. Keep an eye out on both targets and stop losses there. We'll also focus on some other stocks that are buzzing. Okay, in the FNO space, I need to ask you on Tata Elxsi, an erstwhile favorite, Swati. This is coming back today, 5% higher. What's behind the move, and will this carry on?
Think this momentum is likely carry on to at least minimum 6200 to 6400. Up to that level, we are likely to witness some momentum because 62 are the previous gaps levels which has been remain unfilled. So up to that level, we are likely to witness the rally. Those who are having any long positions, they can definitely hold on. Downside, it has a very good support at around 5800 level. So by keeping that your profit stop loss, you can carry your long positions for a target of 6200 and beyond at 6400 levels can be seen.
Okay, fair point. Got that in focus as well. Let's also look at some of the other pockets then, where we can take a view from Swati today. Let's also focus on some PSU stocks, especially the oil and gas stocks is something that I wanted to discuss. Flat trade on the index level, but some of them that are buzzing are IOC, BPCL, HPCL, the three OMCs that are up today. And apart from this, some power related stocks are also buzzing. So PFC, REC, Coal India is buzzing in trade. On the entire PSU pack within the energy basket, where would you keep your focus?
Uh, if I'm not much bullish on the oil and sector pack as such, but no wonders
Okay.
because those are very slow moving counters on the news basis. Technically, there is no major very strong formation is happening at the in this particular stocks, but definitely one should have into their portfolio. So if you're looking for in this particular pack, ONGC is the good counter. One can go for a long positions, but hold on for some period of a time because already the stock is facing a resistance nearby its short-term moving averages. If you're getting any momentum below 230 and so level, one can go for a long position into the OIGC because at that level risk reward ratio is favorable. And if you are witnessing a very good rally on the higher side, this stock is likely to carry towards to 280 to 290 level. So the view as of now for a short-term period of time, I'm not much bullish, but for the longer term duration, definitely one can go for a long positions. Among the power pack as such, PFC really looks good on the technical front. The weekly chart shows that the stock has on the verge of giving the breakout of a downward sloping trend lines. Also, the interesting fact that it has formed the double bottoms nearby 370, 380 levels, and from there onwards, we are witnessing a reversal. So, whenever such kind of a reversals we witnesses from by making a double triple bottoms or the cluster supports levels, the supports formations are very strong, and on the or whenever the such kind of a formations happens on the weekly or the monthly chart, that is a very good counters we consider on the technical fronts. The stock has a potential to reach up to 470 to 500 levels, so one can go for a long at the CMP as well at 434. Downside, it has a very good support formations at around 400 levels. So keeping 400 as your mentioned support levels or the stop loss, you can carry your long positions for a target of 470 to 500.
Definitely focus on that as well. 3:25, 5 minutes to go before we shut shop. So let's prepare for the next week also. Tomorrow is the last trading session of the week. We've had three positive days this week. Today is the mildly red, but let's see how after the expiry, weekly expiry, we move forward from here. Swati, what would your suggestion be for the strategy on the markets for the next week now?
Sakshi, my view is bullish only, but I will be remaining to the stock specific trading because probably in the bank nifty we might witness some sort of a profit bookings in the near term. But the interesting observations on the weekly chart of the nifty is right. If you look towards the weekly chart and if we go with the gap theory, the two gaps have remained unfilled in the past history, which we can identify in the November 2023 and in the month of the December 2023. Those gap has remained unfilled, and from then onwards, if you can see the charts, the chart was really shown a very strong rally on the nifty front. And now also we have seen a gap theory which has remained unfilled, which has been created on the 17th of this April, and it's remain unfilled. If the history repeats on the technical front, we are likely to witness the new high into the nifty. But for a shorter period of time, we might witness some sort of a corrections, but 23,200 will be the crucial level we need to keep eye on it. If those gaps remain unfilled, definitely over a period of time, we are likely to witness a very strong momentum rally, which I'm talking about for a longer term durations for more month and so. But for a short term period of a time, my view is bit positive only, but a small correction can be witnessed at the higher level. So one should basically concentrate on the stock specific trading rather than looking towards the nifty or the bank nifty.
Okay. Swati, one more stock before we start to wrap up the closing session today. Devyani International is something that I wanted to discuss. You know, a few days ago we had marked out on our channel that Devyani is reported to be buying biryani by kilo. Now formal communication from Devyani has come in. Devyani International will be acquiring 80.7% stake in biryani by kilo operator for 419 odd crore rupees. So the company that they are buying is Skygate Hospitality. Along with the biryani by kilo, their other brands will also come under the fold of Devyani International, the likes of Goila Butter Chicken, The Bhojan, Getaway, and Crazy Kebab Company. These will be all the brands that will actually come into the fold of Devyani International. So apart from the Yum brands, KFC, Pizza Hut, now it's a more Indian brands that are actually coming in for Devyani International as well. Any suggestion on Devyani that you would have on the charts? The acquisition will be completed in 15 days after the approval is what is expected. Three brands coming into the fold of Devyani now.
Yes, definitely. We are positive on this particular stock. Even we have recommended to our clients as well. That is a disclaimer I would like to give. Uh, on the weekly charts or say on the monthly chart, the stock is under the consolidation phase, but very soon it will show some sort of a reversal of this particular trend which we have witnessing from the last 1.5 year. 184 is the likely breakout levels in this particular stock. Now slowly and steadily it's just under the accumulation phase, and from the last few trading session we have seen a very strong rally from 140 to 180 levels. Now any move above 184 levels on the closing basis on the weekly chart, a new trend is likely to be seen into this particular stock, which would like to take a counter towards to 200 to 230 levels. So the view is definitely positive for longer term duration. One can definitely hold their long positions at the current market price as well.
Okay, fair point. We'll definitely keep that in mind as well. Thank you so much, Swati, for being with us on the show today and guiding our viewers through how to navigate through the current moves in the markets. So we are ending about 83 points lower in trade, viewers. 24,250 thereabouts is what we are hoping to end with. Today, of course, large part of the market breadth was skewed towards the declining side. Sectorally, real estate index was down by 1.3%, top loser there. FMCG, financial financial services, consumer durables also down. Both Nifty and Nifty Bank end the day lower. Nifty down by 0.3% and the Nifty Bank down by 0.4%. So slightly weaker than the Nifty on the Nifty Bank today. Only 2 to 3 sectors that held up. Pharma clearly was the defensive that really caught on higher. Metal space slightly up, media stocks slightly up in trade, but even India VIX went up about 2.5%. Top movers on the Nifty, IndusInd Bank, Ultratech Cement, Grasim, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla. Some pharma stocks, some cement stocks and banking stocks. While on the declining side, HUL clearly top laggard, over 4% cuts with the visibility on slower margin growth. Bharti Airtel, Eicher Motors, ICICI Bank, Eternal. These are the stocks that were down in trade. FNO space, Divi's was the top mover. Tata Elxsi, Dalmia Bharat, Inox Wind also moved up. But on the lower end, you had Syngene International now down by 13% with that FY26 guidance coming in. Remember, the management was with us and they did tell us that for FY26 they are actually looking at early teens of growth, and that really has led to some kind of a subdued move. Even on the margins front, they're expecting moderation to mid-20s now, and that's something that has really pulled down the sentiments of the street as well. So that's as far as how the market has panned out today. 84 points lower, 24,246. We'll wrap it up at that. Do stay tuned on to Business Today Television as we continue to discuss the macros with top experts of markets and advisors on the macro economy right after the market show. So stay tuned.
आतंकवादी कान खोल के सुन ले, यह देश इस बात को कभी भूलने वाला नहीं है। पाकिस्तान के हुक्मरान सुन ले, हमारे 18 जवानों का बलिदान बेकार नहीं जाएगा।
These warnings from Prime Minister Modi was followed by unprecedented retaliation by India and Pakistan